San Antonio isn't the city it is today without the guiding presence of Lila Cockrell.
San Antonio, I think, is a very unique city. And I'm not sure I could have done what I did in some other city at the time.
A pioneer in public service and a visionary for the modern growth of the Alamo City. Lila Cockrell was born on January 19, 1922. She married Sidney Cockrell Jr. 3 weeks after graduating from college. Lila joined the U.S. Navy and trained to become an officer in the Women Accepted for Volunteer Emergency Service program. When the war ended, the Cockrells lived all over the country, before finally settling in San Antonio in 1956.
I remember just thinking, this place is wonderful, it's magical, I just love it. I think the river is what I fell in love with in the beginning, but then my love extended to the culture of the city, learning more and more about the culture.
Lila Cockrell was involved in many organizations, but was called to public service and became a member of city council.
It was a time for me to begin getting past my normal experiences and learning more and more about the community aspects that I had not known much about.
In 9 years on the council, she made a big impact, supporting the expansion of San Antonio's green spaces and public libraries, finding ways to finance the redevelopment of the city, and playing a large role in Hemisphere 68.
This would help put San Antonio on the map by inviting the world to come here and focusing on San Antonio's role as a meeting place or a confluence city. They hoped that we could move into the future, and I think that's exactly what we did.
As part of Hemisphere, Cockrell served on the Site Coordination Committee. She fought budget cuts to keep a performing arts theater at the newly constructed Convention Center, a theater now honored in her name. She also suggested a fleet of party barges for tours on the city's Riverwalk, an attraction now known worldwide today. Her accomplishments and vision gave her the opportunity to run for mayor in 1975. Cockrell won in a runoff and became the first female mayor of San Antonio. During her first 6 years in office, she aimed to position San Antonio for the future.
More often, I would try to persuade and lay out an idea and coax and persuade. Finally, I got to be more and more assertive.
Cockrell navigated the city during a national energy crisis, helping lead to the creation of Valero and landing its headquarters in San Antonio.
And Valero spun off other companies. Pretty soon there was Diamond Shamrock. There were other companies that came and were part of really the benefits from that deal. And so I felt like that was something I really did for San Antonio.
She also played a key role in keeping pro basketball in San Antonio, pushing for the Spurs' inclusion into the NBA, and leading the renovation of the Hemisphere Arena. She stepped away after her third term to take care of her ailing husband, but ran for mayor one more time in 1989 and won again.
As a councilwoman and then as mayor, I tried to listen to people and be responsive to them.
After Cockrell left office, she served to improve San Antonio, from the restoration of the Japanese Tea Garden in 2008 to helping plan, design, and raise funds for the Riverwalk's $385 million beautification project, stretching from the Pearl to the Missions south of downtown. Lila Cockrell lived to be 97 years old, dedicated her remaining years to public service. She passed away in August 2019 and is buried at Mission Burial Park North. Lila Cockrell, a trailblazer, a visionary, and forever remembered at Mission Park.